During a 30-minute interview with host Bret Baier, Vice President Kamala Harris faced intense questioning on Fox News. This was her first appearance on the conservative news network, and the interview was contentious. She aimed to appeal to right-leaning voters. Earlier, she joined over 100 Republicans at a campaign event in Pennsylvania. Harris criticized Baier for showing clips she felt were irrelevant. She was asked about the Biden administration's efforts on illegal immigration at the southern border.
It was a policy decision in the early part of your administration.
Harris blamed Republicans for not passing a border bill. When asked about reversing Trump's policies, she responded to a mother who testified about losing her child to an illegal immigrant. Harris said,
"I'm so sorry for her loss. But let's talk about what is happening right now with an individual who does not want to participate in solutions. Let's talk about that as well."
But do you want to answer
in
her?
all fairness, I told you, I feel awful for what she and her family have experienced.
She stated that Trump told Republicans to reject a bipartisan immigration bill.
They want support. They want support, and that's what that border security bill would have done.
He preferred to run on a problem instead of fixing it. Harris was asked about her comment that there was not a thing she would change about the administration. She replied,
"My presidency will not be a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency."
When asked about Biden's mental faculties, she defended his judgment and experience.
When did you first notice that President Biden's mental faculties appeared diminished?
I have watched from the Oval Office to the Situation Room, and he has the judgment and the experience.
Harris noted that those who know Trump best say he is unfit to be president again.
I think the American people have a concern about Donald Trump, which is why the people who know him best, including leaders of our national security community, have all spoken out. Even people who worked for him in the Oval Office, worked with him in the Situation Room, and have said he is unfit and dangerous and should never be president of the United States again.
She said,
Joe Biden is not on the ballot.
I understand.
And Donald Trump
but
is.
You talked
when asked which foreign country she sees as the biggest adversary,
I think there's an obvious one in mind, which is Iran.
Baier questioned if the Biden-Harris administration treats Iran as the top threat. She expressed,
most recently in the Situation Room, in the most recent attack, working with the heads of our military and doing what America must always do to defend and to support Israel in its requirement to defend itself, and to give American support to be able to allow Israel to have the resources to defend itself against attack, including from Iran and Iran's terrorist proxies in the region.
She expressed her strong commitment to this goal.
And my commitment to that is unyielding and unwavering.
Harris pushed back against Baier's questions. She said,
I would like that we would have a conversation that is grounded in full assessment of the facts.
Regarding Trump, she noted
that he is unfit to serve, that he is unstable, that he is dangerous, and that people are exhausted with someone who professes to be a leader who spends full time demeaning.
Harris focused on Trump's talk of the enemy within and threats to punish political rivals.
That clip was not what he has been saying about the enemy within that he has repeated when he's speaking about the American people. That's not what you just showed.
She was asked about taxpayer funds for gender-affirming surgery for transgender inmates, including those who are undocumented.
So are you still in support of using taxpayer dollars to help prison inmates or detained illegal aliens to transition to another gender?
I will follow the law, and it's a law that Donald Trump actually followed. You're probably familiar with, now it's a public report, that under Donald Trump's administration, these surgeries were available on a medical necessity basis to people in the federal prison system. And I think, frankly, that ad from the Trump campaign is a little bit of like throwing, stones when you're living in a glass house.